A very good evening to one and all, and welcome to the ESL India Premiership Summer Season Masters League. I'm your host Angela, and this event is brought to you by Open by HP, HyperX and Tel, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. Today's going to be a very special day, and it's a very interesting day because I have my caster and somebody who has always analyzed Clash Royale with me. Gotham, how are you doing today?
I'm very good and I'm very excited. And thank you for having me on the desk.
I'm so excited to have you on the desk.
Yes.
Also, as a special treat for you viewers, we're going to be casting Clash Royale from the desk today, and we also may be joined by Manoj Super XL. So maybe once in a while he may just drop in to talk about Clash Royale. But heading into game one for today, we are going to be having Sushil going up against Prashant in Clash Royale. So let's hear a little bit more about Sushil first. Alright, so that is Sushil for you, and going up against him is contender number 2 for Clash Royale today is going to be Prashant PP Pandey. Alright, so Gautam, you've seen these two players play quite a bit. What do you want to tell me about these amazing players?
Well, we already know these guys are the best that we have in the Indian Clash Royale scene right now. And these guys have worked their way for quite some time to get where they are right now. However, the competition right now is so strong that it's really hard to distinguish on who's going to be where. And it's game by game results. Some guys are having really great results by going 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 victories. And some we've seen a lot of matches coming very close and just favoring one person over the other. So I'm hoping for the same result today, even though there's a lot of difference between one is on level 3 and one is on 9. But we cannot discount any of these guys. Everyone brings a lot of potential on the table. So it's going to be quite an interesting match today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what cards they're going to ban and what the statistics are currently. So why don't you take that forward?
Yeah, definitely. And as we can see on our screens as of now, we have Sushil, who's sitting with 4,600 trophies. He's going up against Prashant, very close to him, about 4,500 trophies. Their favorite cards are going to be the Bandit and the Golem. And but let's check out what they're banned for now. We've seen that Sushil has gone ahead and banned the Golem, and we're going to have Prashant who's banned out the Three
Musketeers, man. Always getting banned. No one likes to see the Three Musketeers. And I have to say, even though I've not done the math, I'm thinking 80% of the time the Three Musketeers, or even higher, people just don't like Three Musketeers. And I'm a big fan of Three Musketeers. And anyone who's been watching my casting, or hearing my casting actually, it's been one of those cards which I've been like, hey, we should see more of.
True.
And it's not the fact that it's like an OP card, but you need to be prepared to face the Three Musketeers. There's a set of cards that really counter hard the Three Musketeers, and I guess people just don't want to invest in that direction, and where they're just kind of focusing on this. But talking more about the game, the cards, we talked earlier where we're talking about the primary win condition and the secondary win conditions and how the cards are placed in this manner. And talking about the primary win conditions, cards like Hog Riders, cards like that go directly for the tower, the Giant, the Golem. These guys are your primary win condition cards, which you have to be very careful about. These cards are the ones that can be rotated fairly quickly, either during the normal time or the double elixir time. So we have to keep an eye on this. And there's the secondary win condition cards, which kind of supplement the primary win condition cards, like Poison, the Freeze cards, the Rams. And Rams can also be considered a primary win condition card if they connect through, but their main purpose is kind of to help out the main card there. So and what you notice here, the bans that we're getting to see right now, these guys are the primary win condition bans that we get to see. We don't see other cards being banned out. The Musketeers and Golem, as I said earlier, are the very strong primary win condition cards. People don't like to face off against these cards because there can be a lot of these cards are dropped way back and then supplemented with a lot of smaller pushing cards alongside. So anyways, I'm really excited to get into this game, which is going to be starting very soon. Angie,
Definitely.
anything?
I mean, if we have to just talk about what these guys like to play in general, we know that Sushil likes to play the Hog. He also likes to make sure that if he doesn't get his basic card, which is the Golem, he likes to play the Giant quite a bit. So I'm hoping to see whether he opts to go with the Giant Balloon combo. He's been using it quite a bit. Also, Prashant, on the other end, he too likes to use a Giant. So I've seen that both of them have decided not to ban on the Giant. But it also makes me, I always wanted to ask somebody else who is an analyst in Clash that, what about the Royal Giant? Is he just forgotten that he's also pretty tanky, he's ranged?
There was a time when Royal Giants were considered a great threat. You know, they were super OP. They have nerfed them recently. They've brought the damage down by 25%, if I'm not wrong. So you don't see a lot of Royal Giants nowadays, and people are very well prepared to deal with Royal Giants also, and especially the buffs that have been receiving by the other cards who directly engage with the Royal Giant. So that is also something that's been changed around. There are cards which are just considered threat cards that everyone has in their deck. The Bandit, the Princess, the Balloon,
the Dark Prince,
even the Prince also. Basically, where these cards are cards that you cannot ignore, even though they might not be, basically there to destroy your tower, but you cannot ignore a Prince. If a Prince is dropped, you have to answer that Prince, whether it be Dark Prince also, or a Princess which will slowly just keep chipping away at the tower, which gets really annoying really quickly. So these threat cards, and Balloon kind of fits in there also. Balloon comes in, you need to deal with it immediately. All your attention has to go to it, because if left ignored, you've seen Balloon doing a lot of damage, and they bring a lot of heat down. But again, different players, different strategies. Some people like Balloon, Lava Loon. Some go for the Giant and the Balloon. So Tornado, bunch of baby dragons, whole lot of cards. So I'm really excited to see what this game is going to be bringing towards us today.
All right, so with that analysis and our breakdown to what these players are all about, let's quickly head into the game. We're going to be casting it right from here, so you're all going to have a treat today. So let's quickly see what these two players are going to be playing in match 1 as it pops on our screen.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership's daily stream. And like Angie said, we have a very nice treat for you today. This is Manoj Supergola casting for you, and along with me are who specifically, if you can speak up?
This is Gautam Workaholic Work alongside...
and I'm Angela, and we're all going to be doing this together.
Oh, yes. So, right off the bat, I want to mention that Prashant has been playing a deck that is not part of his normal, forte. He's playing a Lava Loon deck, I'm guessing, and Abhi is playing a Hog Cycle deck, looking at the Executioner and the Ice Golem in his hand. Who do you think will win right off the bat?
I would rather not make predictions right off the bat, but if I had to go for someone...
I am putting you on the spot, yes.
Yeah. No, it's not about the spot, actually. I just don't want to bias a player right off the bat here. And we're going to see actually how these guys use it. You see Abhi with the Nado and an Executioner there, which can do a lot of damage. And he also has a very low cycle deck, and he's going to be pushing out a lot of Hog Riders on the opposite end, whereas Prashant will be dropping his Balloon, which he'll need to deal with somehow. So we're going to see the Balloon dropped soon, and we're going to see an Executioner plus a Nado combo coming in, and he's going to wait till the last moment to pull this all together.
I mean, I had seen Prashant follow this similar kind of strategy even in one of his previous match makes. The Lava plus the Balloon seems to be one of his top favorite cards. He also likes to drop in the Dark Prince just for the touch of it. But I am also noticing that Abhi really doesn't have any flying defense, I mean, other than the Executioner.
No, but the thing is, as you just noticed while you were taking down your notes, what you missed was how well he defended that push, to the point Prashant actually said good game. Prashant's actually just given up on this game right now.
Wow.
Because Abhi used well-placed Executioner and a Nado to bring both the units together and absolutely destroy them.
Like he used the Ice Spirit to freeze both of them in the same area of damage that the Executioner can provide. And then when the Balloon was getting further away, then he even tornadoed them together to completely destroy them. As a result, Prashant couldn't get even a single point of damage onto Abhi's tower after he used the Tornado. And we have to remember that in order for Prashant to do the Lava Loon combo, he actually let Abhi's Hog Rider just wail on his tower with only a Mega Minion to defend it.
And look at that, very well defended on the right hand side also. He moved that balloon away from the tower, not taking any damage, and now the lava, the hound is there and he's pushing away towards the tower, but this is something that he could actually deal with. But he actually refuses to deal with it right now because look at the lead that he has on the left hand side. He's already taken one tower and the other tower is barely living on any life force. And
yeah,
I think
he
another
can absolutely
and there you go.
sacrifice
And this is the whole point. This game is over.
That
And
was a super quick game. Looked very easy coming in there from Sushil. I mean, as if he just knew that's how it's